welcome to Helsinki, where the sun is shining. We have snow on the ground and it's, I believe, -8 degrees, so it's perfect winter weather, and that is really making me happy. And I'm also really happy that you are watching this episode of Birkevasunits. It's the first episode of 2019, and yeah, I thought that it would be a nice thing to do a little recap of all the knitting that took place last year. So have a little look at 2018 results, and then maybe talk a little bit about plans for 2019. But, well, the first thing here that you can see is this beautiful Breakwater shawl by Stephannie Tallent, sorry, and it's one of the gift-along projects that I was working on. I've been sharing the progress with you, and for the first time in my history of participating in the Indie Design Gift-along, I managed to finish all my projects in the gift-along. So there's this shawl, and I love this shawl. I love the color, and I love how the shawl combines lace and cables, and then a little bit of garter stitch, and I think it's just perfect for a cold winter day to wear around your neck. I have this Shillaster luxury yarn that is so soft, and I think it's a really lovely color. So this one is for me. Yeah, let's just put it up there to wait. Okay, then the next one is this Reune mitts by Clement, and these are a little bit tight for me, but I really like the design. They're long, and the yarn that I used is Old Maiden Aunt alpaca silk, so that should also be warm and luxurious. And the color, it should go with everything. So let's see, I might have to give these to someone because they might be just a tad too small for me, but I'm sure I'll find someone who will enjoy them. Then I have this Fouilloy cowl that I made for my son, and he's happy with it. So if you're following me on Instagram, you see that he already tried it on. He's not here right now, so you can't see him wear it now. And I think there's some rule on YouTube about kids participating in the videos, so I don't know. I never read what it says. There's just this little tick box that asks it, are there any minors appearing in the video, so I don't want to go into looking at what it means, what I have to take into account if I use him as someone else, so I'll just show this. Yeah, so it's a nice cowl, and he's happy with it, so that's the main thing. The only thing that I think I might want to make different is this ribbing that it keeps, even after blocking, it just kind of rolls. And well, I don't know if it matters, but maybe I would use another ribbing if I made it longer, or maybe just work the ribbing a bit longer so it wouldn't roll. But I don't think it even matters in a cowl. It's gonna roll perfectly anyway. So he's happy with it, that's the main thing. And then I have this trooper sweater that's also for my son, and I think it turned out just wonderful. He hasn't tried it on yet because the kids are spending this week with their grandparents, and of course he would have used this or needed this in the countryside where they have really a lot of snow and freezing temperatures, but he'll get it when he comes back home. And he chose the yarn, so I think he's gonna be happy with it too. Yeah, but these were my 4 gift-along projects, and I'm really happy with them. But now we go back to the beginning of 2019. The first projects that no, sorry, 2018. So the first projects that I finished in 2018 were actually gift-along projects from gift-along 2017. So there's this shawl by Natalia Sha that I made that has this lace and beads and all. It's really, yeah, it was so much fun to work this. It was a new construction for me, and so you make the lace part first, and then you continue and make this top simple part. But yeah, I think the reason why I don't knit lace shawls is because I'm not really a lace person, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's been waiting for some use, so I'll just put it back to where it was. And yeah, then this is another FO from the gift along. This is You Wear It Well by Mary Annarella that I made in this gorgeous alpaca yarn that I bought at Oslo Strikke Festival. It's I'm trying to remember, called, I think the yarn was called Gold. And yeah, this one I have been using. It's a nice open cardigan, so that has been used. Yeah, then another shawl that I finished that I had already started years earlier. I don't know how long it took me to finish this, but it was this shawl by Locatelli. I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's called, no, I don't even remember what is the name with this. But anyway, it's twisted ribbing, all of it, so it really took a long time to finish this. And I don't know, I like it. I think it's nice. I just somehow I put it in the closet and forgot about it, and now I just found it, so I need to start wearing it. But it's a really lovely design. It's from the Interpretations 3 book. I'll look at the name and add it in the subtitles so you can see that. Yeah, then let's see what else. I've been knitting socks. So I participated in a sock blank workshop at Kässäkerho Pom Pom Super Weekend last winter, and I dyed this sock blank and then knitted socks with it. These are the vanilla reversed socks by Fletcher, and yeah, I made these long knee-high socks, but they're too small for me, so they're in my gift sock pile. I don't know who's going to get them eventually. I have been knitting a lot of socks and hats for my kids, and yeah, I have no idea where they are. They probably have lost half of them, and some are with them at the countryside, and yeah. But I have still this pile left from the Tour de Sock, so I think, yeah, I have 4 pairs, so I just let my kids pick some socks that they liked, and they picked 1 pair each, so I have 4 pairs left. Hold on, now I'm trying to think that there were only 6 pairs, and one of them was the Arctic Blizzard, so something is not adding up, but yeah. Both of them did, maybe yeah, maybe the other one took a pair from last year's pile. I still have some of those left. Yeah, but then there was the Arctic Blizzard sock, and that one I don't know where my sample is, but I'm actually now jumping a little bit into next year or this year's knitting plans. I have a second pair of Arctic Blizzard socks that I started last year, and I was going to make these for my sister as a Christmas gift, but yeah, I started on December 23rd, and she visited us on December 26th, and for some reason I didn't finish these in 3 days. So let's hope she gets these by her birthday in March. Anyways, she loves the color. This is Skein Queen Splendid yarn, I think, and I bought it at Edinburgh Yarn Festival in 2017, so it was time to get these beautiful yarns on the needles. Yeah, but back to 2018 knitting. I made this little vest. I just had some leftovers and I was thinking of what I'd want to make, so I wanted to make a small sample of this Kivilasku Vest. This is a pattern that I published. It was one of, I think it was maybe the first pattern that I ever published. I just wanted to practice. I had made this size of the vest, but this was worked worked flat in pieces and then seamed, and now I wanted to, last year I decided that I want to make another one, and I'll just make a top-down seamless version of the pattern. And yeah, that's something also that's missing from the pile, is that sample that you see in the pattern pictures, but then I wanted to make a smaller sample as well. So this one is here, and the other one is probably at the countryside with my son, who has been really happy wearing that vest. Then I have a pile of sweaters. So as you might have noticed, I don't always just knit my own designs, and this is sweaters designed by other designers. So this is a gorgeous tabular sweater designed by, I think it was Maja Möller. It's from the Pom Pom magazine, and it's just such an interesting construction that I wanted to try it out, but I think it just turned out a little bit too small for me, and for Anna, who you met in the previous episode, I think it's too short. She doesn't like it, so it fits her, but she doesn't like it. So as you can see, it's been wrinkled up in the closet waiting for someone to find use for it. But then there's this Humulus by Isabell Kraemer, and this one has been used. It's a really lovely design. It's a really lovely sweater. This is yarn that I bought at Jyväskylä Summer Knit Festival from Rintalan Tila. It's their undyed fin shape yarn. It's really, it's lovely. So I'm just thinking that maybe it wasn't fin shape. I think it was this what is called Kainuun harmas. Yeah. So it's soft. It's not itchy like normal unprocessed wool. So it's a lovely sweater. I really like to wear it. And another sweater that I've been wearing a lot is this Zweig by Caitlin Hunter, and this one is made with Madelinetosh dandelion. It has some linen mixed with merino, and it's a lovely yarn. And yeah, this design, I can see why it's been so popular, because it's a lovely design. It's really easy to wear, and I really like it. Then I also made this this sweater that you probably recognize. I just forgot the name, but it's also one of the really super popular Caitlin Hunter models, and also in Madelinetosh dandelion. But for some reason I haven't really, I don't know why I haven't really found so much use for this. It's just, maybe it's not really my style. Like I said, lace is not really my thing, and short sleeve and wool, that's always like a crazy mix. So that's of course my fault for picking up the wool yarn for a short sleeve sweater. That's, yeah, maybe doesn't really make sense. Then there was this Timeless Henley by Locatelli that you saw in the previous episode. So there was also one in the designed by other designers pile. But then I have the largest pile is of course my own designs. This one I have showed you, it's the topaz sweater. I have made 2 of these last year, and the sample is with Making Stories, and this is my prototype, so I have that one. And then I have this, yeah, here's the original Kaiku shawl, the smaller one that I made for Taito magazine, and then I made another one, a larger one, and you can purchase the pattern for both now on Ravelry. And the yarn I used for both is an alpaca silk mix by Lanitium Ex Machina. And I have actually made 3 of these this year, because I made one for my mother for Mother's Day. So I have 3 Kaiku shawls on the list of 2018 projects. Then there's this one design that's still waiting. It's a cowl that I designed in the Mad May design competition, and I don't remember, did I get maybe 3rd place in the voting for the best design? So I do want to publish this design, but I still have some yarn left, so I've been thinking that I'll make mitts to go with it, and then just have a set of cowl and fingerless mitts, and yeah, but I haven't made the mitts yet, so the cowl is waiting for that. And then I, in addition to the Arctic Blizzard sock, I also designed another pair of socks last year. It's this Astrum socks that have that are started from the toe, working on a star around the toes, and then continuing in this lace pattern. So that's another of my sock designs. And then on the published designs pile, I have this Osculation shawl. This was published by Twist Collective in July, and unfortunately Twist Collective has ended their operations, or they, well, I don't know if you can say that they don't exist anymore, but you can't buy the patterns from Twist Collective anymore. But the good thing is that the pattern is now available in my Ravelry store, so if you are interested, you can look up Osculation Shawl, and it's in my Ravelry store, and you can buy it from there. So it's in the Twist Collective format still, but it's my design, and it's yeah, it's a nice design. This is the second one that I made for myself, as this is the original sample that I sent to Twist Collective, and they just returned it recently. It still has the Twist Collective tag on it. I thought I'd keep it as a memory. But then I made one for myself with some leftovers stash, and this is in Madeline Tosh, what is the Tosh singles called? I don't remember everything. Anyways, Tosh Light, I think. Yeah. Oops, and something that just fell on the floor. I made this hat, and I made the cowl. This one I showed you earlier when I was talking about test knitting. I test knitted the cowl, and I think the cowl it might be somewhere with my son, or maybe I lost it, but I found the hat I still have, and actually I could wear this now. It's really cold, and I could use this warm hat, so it's something. Maybe it would go with the orange shawl, do you think? Yeah? Anyways, hat and cowl test knitting thing, that was also done last year. And then I started working on, now I think we're changing and starting to talk about plans for 2019, although this is something that I finished last year, Oh, it's for some reason it's inside out, but yeah. So anyways, I'm working on this collection of faded items. This is the first one that I finished or designed for the collection. It's a faded sideways sweater, and this one has already been test knitted, so there have been some really lovely sweaters made by my test knitters. So I'm thinking that maybe I should just go ahead and publish this, so I could just share all the gorgeous pictures with you, and maybe you've already seen some of them on Instagram. But anyways, I'm waiting to finish the other designs for this. The second one is this faded brioche cardigan that I'm wearing. This is something that I'm already, I've been wearing a lot, even if it's a sample. And this one is being test knitted at the moment, so I've been spending this morning making some corrections to some problems that the test knitters noticed. So I'm really happy to have such a great crew of test knitters who just won't let me get off easy. They find every little detail that's not clear, and they make me work hard to get a pattern that will be easy to knit. So thank you all test knitters, and you everyone else. You can just expect the patterns to be, well, I can't say perfect, but at least really thoroughly examined in the test knitting phase. So that's what's going on now. Okay, and then I have some pattern writing to do. I designed a shawl for the faded collection. This one is called Faded Fringe, and it has like fringe before fading to the next color, so a fringe at the end. So this one I really like, and yeah, I'll be looking for test knitters for this one soon-ish. Yeah, because what I want to have ready for test knitting first is this weird unfinished looking thing. This is a marled fade sweater that, well, it's actually a big mess because I'm using a stash for this one. I'm using, or maybe not even stash, just leftover yarns from other projects. So I'm trying to just see how much of each color I have left to work for the sleeves, and then work the body and then sleeves with whatever is left. And yeah, it's just a big mess, but I have some work to do on the sleeves, and the body part is almost finished. So I'll be looking for test knitters if you are interested in a marled fade cable sweater, top down, round yoke, turtleneck. Yeah, that I'll be looking for test knitters as soon as I have this one done. And yeah, then the last one for the faded collection is a faded sock, and this one is just a simple toe-up sock with pearled fades that just go from one color to the next. So this one also, once I get the second sock done and have the pattern ready, then I'll be looking for test knitters for this one as well. And I have one more project, design project that is almost ready for test knitting, and this is the, yeah, let's say the sister design of the Arctic Blizzard sock. I called this Longing for Snow, and I continued working with this after Christmas, when we had just rain every day, and it was just slippery. There was ice on the ground and then just rain on top of it, and I just thought that, well, Longing for Snow is just the perfect thing to knit at this time. But yeah, now we have that snow, and we have a beautiful winter weather here, so yeah, but I still try to work this or finish this, so I'm almost done with the sleeves and the body is done, so it's almost ready for test knitting. So if you are interested in some major cowl work, and then a simple, otherwise simple design, then yeah, keep an eye out for the Cowl for test knitters. And this is a collaboration with Lanitum Ex Machina, so I'm using their hand-dyed merino silk for this one, so it's really a lovely yarn, and I think it works really well with this design. So that's something that's coming soon. Whoa, so 40 projects done in 2018, and plans ready for 2019. I counted that I have 20 projects in the work in progress state. I'm probably not going to finish all of them, so some of them are just something that I started and then I should just frog them and do something else, but they just kind of stay on my Ravelry project list until I decide that it's time for them to go. So I'm trying to finish some of the oldest ones of the pile now, after I get these designs in test knitting, and then I'll try to finish some of those. But there's a little bit of news in my secret other life as an engineer that might interfere with my other life as a knitting designer. And the thing is that I'm starting a new job next week, and with my previous job I've been mostly working from home, which means that I've been also knitting all the time. So this doesn't mean that I haven't been engineering. It's just that I had to do quite a bit of reading for my work, so I would always just pick up my knitting and knit while I read, and that would just make me progressive. I could have progress on both fronts, so both with the engineering things and with the knitting things. And now I'm going to have this job that requires me to go to the office, and I don't know how they view office knitting. So let's see, it might be that I won't get as much knitting done next year as I did this year, but I'm really looking forward to the new job. It's really exciting to start a new job, and maybe, oh yeah, it's also exciting to work in an office for a change. I mean, I did have an office space in my previous job as well, but it was so far away from my home that I just thought that it's better to save time and work from home if I don't need to see anyone at the office. But now the new job it's less than 2 kilometers from where we live, so it's like a 15-minute walk, and yeah, there's no excuse for working from home except the knitting part. But maybe I'd better not bring that up the first day or even the second day. Let's see how it goes. Super exciting things coming, test knitting, new work, new designs. Yeah, so looking forward to a great year of knitting with you all. I'm not going to forget about you. So thank you all my friends for all your love and support on Instagram and on Ravelry. Thank you everyone who bought my patterns. Last year was my best year in design, also financially. And yeah, I hope to see you again for the next episode. And it might be that these episodes come a little less frequently this year, but I hope you still stick around and watch the episodes when they eventually get up on YouTube. So see you next time. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely, lovely knitting year in 2019. Bye.